Start your wellness journey at Whole Foods Market, where it's Jumpstart January through the 16th. Stock up on supplements with some of the year's biggest savings. Plus, save on air-chilled organic boneless skinless chicken breasts, organic Honeycrisp apples, organic large Hass avocados, and more. And since Whole Foods Market is the only certified organic national grocer, it's easy to make them your wellness destination. Jumpstart your January now at Whole Foods Market.
Today on City Cats Pittsburgh, eat more veggies, stop drinking, build something, make a bunch of resolutions, or just take our word for it. I'm here with producer Sophia Lowe with your guide to what's going on in Pittsburgh this month. We're talking New Year's wishes, fun ways to find community, and January holidays, both real and imagined. It's Monday, January 8th. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh is talking about. Hey, Sophia. Good morning.
Hey, Megan. Good morning. How are you?
Doing good. I feel like I'm still trying to get used to the 2024 thing. I have not yet successfully written the date a single time.
Me neither. It's okay. Still January. Takes me a month usually.
Are you a New Year's person? Do you get into the whole resolution thing?
Not really. I like to spend my New Year's Eve sleeping by midnight.
You would.
I love sleep. And in terms of resolutions, that feels like a very big commitment. I do have some plans for January, some more pressing goals and less resolutions. What about you?
I like to think of January, February, March as more of my reset period. I'm an equinox girly myself. But what are your goals?
Yes, one thing already checked off my list, already accomplished. It was buy a carpet cleaner.
You've done that since January 1st?
Yes, I have. Just because I feel like my place needs a deep clean because I rent. I certainly did not deep clean it when I moved here a year ago. Things are starting to feel a little grimy. So that's on the deck for this weekend.
That's a really good adult move. Any others?
Yeah, another thing, I need a drink, stay hydrated.
I need a drink, full stop.
Not alcohol. This is just water. This is beverages. This is tea.
Y'all, the funny part of this is literally just to Sophia's left is the most amazing and beautiful beverage cart I have ever seen. It's multi-level. It has all kinds of variety. I guess you're not drinking them. You just look at them.
The Diet Coke is my partner's, and I have a habit of sipping on sparkling water, forgetting about it, and then it goes flat. So that's still something I'm going to work on.
And then you front loaded by telling me you had 3. What's number 3?
Yeah, this one feels the most resolution-y, something I'd want to keep up long term. I just want to get crafty more. I have a lot of supplies that I don't use, a lot of things that I want to learn how to do, but this feels like the most fun thing. What about you, Megan?
I guess I'll start with utilitarian. I would like to move more. Pregnancy was hard, and then I broke my foot over the summer. I don't think I ever talked about that. But I am excited to start exploring some things that I have loved in the past, plus maybe some new to me stuff that I never actually got around to. Let's see, number 2, I would like to make something. I used to really love being creative and being surrounded by color and sawdust and stuff, and I haven't been able to do that in a while. And I think I would like to also hang some stuff up in my house, which is really simple, it sounds like, but I have lived in my new house now for, almost a year, and we've just been fixing stuff so much that I think I forgot to actually put something on the wall and make it look like we didn't just move in. I really have high hopes for this year.
Very important. I feel like hanging up the art just makes everything more cozy. So I can't wait to see that for you. And I also pulled a lot of ideas for folks. If you all have the same goals as we do, I think you'll be excited.
I have a couple up my sleeve too. You first, though. How are you planning to get crafty?
So this is probably the thing I'm looking forward to most this month. I am signed up to build a bookshelf. It's with Workshop PGH. So I have my calendar marked for January 18th, not using my current craft supplies at home, but that's okay. I haven't done woodworking before. I am very excited to use a saw.
I'm so excited for you. And it's kind of nice to be able to borrow that stuff, I feel like, and not have to own it. Who needs a saw?
Exactly.
You know, when you're renting.
But yeah, a lot of the January classes are filling up. I recommend signing up sooner than later, but they also have workshops up for February. Lots of options besides woodworking. If you want to learn how to sew, do some embroidery, make a rug.
You know, I actually have a DIY woodworking project on my list too. I have the designs kind of in my head, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get them on paper too. But since my dad lives here in Pittsburgh now, he moved in the last year. I'm so excited. I think we're going to do it together. It'll probably take way more time than it should and probably frustrate us both through the process. But I think it's going to be great. It's been like 15 years since we did a construction project together. I've really missed it. I'm stoked.
And if you're looking for other people to craft with, the library also has a bunch of knitting and crocheting events and groups on their website. These are all also free, so if you're looking for more affordable options, this is one for you. The downside is it does seem a little bit less instructional, so ideally this is a skill that you'd already have, but you could definitely talk to people, get some tips, and most of these, it looks like you'd have to bring your own supplies, but if you go to the library's website, you can check which ones may have like some supplies on hand to get you started.
What about viewing art, maybe, instead of making it? I feel like I've seen a million of those ins and outs lists this week, and more art in our lives is definitely always in.
I've definitely been seeing those as well. Personally, I love contemporary craft. It's in Lawrenceville, another free spot. Their exhibits are pretty small, but always really great, and I'm planning to catch the one that's currently ongoing. It closes on January 13th. This one's called Climate Awakening, Crafting a Sustainable Future. So I feel like that's also a nice exhibit to start your year off with. That feels a little bit more hopeful. And one more arts adjacent thing, you can also go check out the new Museum of Illusions on the north side.
Yeah.
Megan, I think you have a lot to say about the pictures from this place, right?
I just think they're so interesting. The ones I've been seeing people post online, you know, like it'll look like two people that I know to be the same height. One is a teeny tiny person and the other one is quite large. I don't know. It just looks really fun. I can't wait to check it out.
So what about your resolution, Megan? What are some ways you're excited to move around in Pittsburgh more?
Yeah, I used to be a workout for 3 hours at a time kind of person.
That's a lot of time. Like I work out pretty regularly, but not for that long.
Look, it was my therapy. I realized that I could look inward about this, but I choose not to. It definitely does not work for my lifestyle anymore, but I'm going to get back to weightlifting as my time and my physical health allow. Got to be able to carry all those groceries in one trip, you know?
Well, if you want to try something new, I'm recommending my boxing gym. It's called Level Red Boxing. They have a class package where you can do it as kind of like a trial run. So it's $30 for 2 classes, and they'll give you like wraps and like have gloves for you to borrow so you don't need any equipment. And this is with punching bags, not with people.
I like the idea of doing that. I did karate when I was a kid, which I really, really loved. They don't teach my style in Pittsburgh, which is unfortunate. But I did do some digging for some other like unconventional ones. I feel like I need my brain to be as engaged as my body in some of these. So here's some fun ones that I've seen lately. If you are into running or walking, now is your season. The marathon group P3R that kicks off the big marathon party in May, they start all of their training programs now. So if you're doing a marathon, there's a ton of groups that are getting together for outdoor runs. There's City of Bridges, Yin's Run Club, Rogue Runners and Walkers. Fleet Feet has their own.
That's
the store, the shoe store. Yeah. And then so does Ascend, the climbing gym in the South Side. Theirs has a free meetup every week. Another one that I saw that I thought was really cool. This is kind of like your crafting suggestion, Sophia. It's for folks who like to get out on the water in the summer. So Three Rivers Outdoor Company in Regent Square, they just kicked off this 2-month-long paddling series where experienced folks in the room will be there to show you how to safely roll a kayak. So like if you're, on a natural body of water and something tips you over, you can roll yourself back up.
Yeah, that sounds important.
I think so. It's an open session on Friday nights at Woodland Hills High School, and you do need to bring or borrow someone's clean kayak. Do not bring something covered in mud to the high school. They will not have you. But I thought it sounded really fun and unconventional if, you know somebody with a kayak or you happen to have one collecting dust in the garage.
Yeah. Anything else we should know about?
Well, it depends on your definition of fun. Iron City Circus Arts looked really interesting to me. They have really cool intro classes. I won one once in a raffle. And when I tell you it did not go well, it did not go well. But that was not their fault. It just so happens that circus arts are the thing that I might be the worst at of any sport I have ever tried. My partner was excellent at it on the first try.
Yeah, I have never done that, but my friend does pole and also has done like aerial classes, like with the silks. And she showed me videos and wants me to try something like that. And I don't think I could go upside down.
Sophia, I could not even get my foot wrapped around the silk, like literally 6 inches off the ground. It was terrible. And then this one, I guess, is kind of on my wish list, I guess. I am looking for help with handstands. I know Iron City Boulders in Lawrenceville, they used to have a training class for this. And there's a ton of places that really like acro yoga out there. But if anyone has a studio or an instructor they recommend for handstands, please let me know because being upside down really appeals to me right now. I really want to try it.
Clearly it doesn't for me, so I don't have a recommendation for that. But if people are looking for yoga recs, I've got something courtesy of Hey Pittsburgh newsletter editor Francesca DeBecco. She's super excited to check out All Bodies Welcome Yoga.
Yeah, I've seen that. They have online group classes and yoga therapy, which sounds really cool.
And it's all designed for max accessibility. So they offer modifications, sitting poses, positive and liberating language. So all great stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the class schedule. It is Tuesdays and Fridays at noon. Can we please make this part of our workday?
Yes, I'm in favor.
Start your wellness journey at Whole Foods Market, where it's Jumpstart January through the 16th. Stock up on supplements with some of the year's biggest savings. Plus, save on air-chilled organic boneless skinless chicken breasts, organic Honey Crisp apples, organic large Hass avocados, and more. And since Whole Foods Market is the only certified organic national grocer, it's easy to make them your wellness destination. Jumpstart your January now at Whole Foods Market.
What about noms? What are we eating and drinking in Pittsburgh this month?
Well, our executive producer, Mary Lee Williams, is encouraging everyone to eat less meat and less animal products.
Yes, Veganuary. I had to practice saying that a lot. Mary Lee recommends pulling up on some board games at Black Lotus Pizza. That's near the corner of Penn Avenue and Main Street. Lots of great veggie options and free games to play while you're there.
And if you're looking for other spots, I just found out about veganpittsburgh.org. It lists restaurants with vegan options by neighborhood, a ton of other filters. And they also have places that operate online only, which I thought was cool. And there's also another app called Happy Cow. So like Yelp, but for restaurants with vegan and vegetarian options if you're looking for something close by to you.
Thank you, Sophia. I am bookmarking this. Francesca also wanted to make sure that we shouted out Allegro Hearth Bakery in Squirrel Hill. This really is Francesca's jam. I keep forgetting that I can still get my favorite sandwich from, well, now it's closed, B52, but it's avocado on this perfect crusty bread with shiitake bacon, and I swear it is better than meat. I dream of this sandwich, and it's Francesca's favorite too, so endorsed by vegetarians and meat eaters alike. You cannot do better.
I love mushrooms, so I will put that on my list as well. And something else on my list, I have a gift card to this place, EYV. That's in East Allegheny, not vegan, but makes veggies the star of all of their dishes. I've also heard they have pretty good cocktails, a little pricey, so maybe for a fancier occasion, but I have also heard nothing but good things about this place.
I can vouch for the cocktails. I have done a happy hour there. It is quite good. I guess, spend enough of the cocktails. What about you and your goal for hydration? What's the plan?
Yeah, so drinking more, Not cocktails necessarily. I am not doing dry January, but I will be drinking more water, hopefully more tea because it is cold and there are a lot of fun teas out there. Plus, my partner does not drink coffee, but is super into like loose leaf tea.
Does that mean that you have a lot around already, or are you on the hunt for things?
On the hunt, growing my collection. I definitely want to check out Bantha Tea Bar because that has also been on my list forever. And despite being walking distance from there, I have not gone. But I also really love Griffin's Tea just because they've got so much there. So that's where we have our loose leaf from for now and hoping to get more. And putting out the bat signal, someone please tell me where to get like a cute teapot. I would love to get something locally made. My current one does not filter out loose leaf tea well enough.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think I have one from like David's Tea. It's a chain store. They have delicious stuff, but it is not local. Francesca also recommends getting high tea at Ada Coffee and Tea. They have private sessions at a Teethy sometimes.
Ooh, I didn't know about that.
The photos look so good.
Okay, another thing to add on my list.
Restaurant Week, looking ahead a little bit for the month of January, is also almost upon us. It's January 15th through 21st at a whole bunch of locations. If you are new to Restaurant Week here in Pittsburgh, go to their website. It's pittsburghrestaurantweek.com for a full list of everyone who's participating. It's kind of a mix of local spots and chain restaurants. For most places, you get a prefix menu for a set price, ideally a little less than you might any other day. Sophia, you actually reminded me that this was a thing. Do you have any restaurants that, I don't know, you're looking forward to?
When I was going through the restaurant week list, the Porch at Shenley caught my eye. Their specific deal for restaurant week is for pasta bolognese, but a friend said that their lobster mac is really good. So honestly, maybe I won't participate in restaurant week and just get lobster mac because I love lobster mac.
I like that you looked at the list and you're like, that's cute. I'm going another way.
I do like deals, though, so I might change my mind. We'll see.
Yeah, I had a bunch on my short list to at least browse their menus, but at least as of our recording right now, most of them don't have their menus on the Restaurant Week website yet. You'll need to get on that. But I will shout out two favorites. I've been to both restaurants in the past, Revival in Bellevue and Mary's Vine in Rankin. So Revival is this beautiful old building on Bellevue's Main Street. It used to be a funeral home.
Spooky.
They have these two enormous, it was covered in these huge trees, and they turned them into these enormous carved wooden eagles that they decorate for the holidays. It's great. They're doing a decadent 3-course menu for $45, including dessert. I am particularly fond of their crab cakes, which are an option, but the chicken and herbs de Provence sounds really, really good. Mm-hmm. And then Mary's Vine over in Rankin has two options. So same price, both $45, both 3 courses. You can do dinner, the coffee crusted venison, I think sounds really good. And so does the cranberry eggplant. Or you can do Sunday lunch with them, and they have vegan options. They're offering for both the Sunday and the regular dinner service an apple pound cake. And now that I have seen that in the world, I'm going to be thinking about it the rest of the day.
Ooh, wait, that does remind me. I did have one New Year's resolution, and it was to eat more cake. So...
Well, there's one, Mary's Vine out in Rankin. It's like a wine bar most of the time, but the food is also very good.
Yeah, so that's restaurant week. But if you're looking to drink instead, Pittsburgh's Beer Fest is also at the end of the month, too.
That's right. January 26th and 27th at the Convention Center. I'm reading this off my computer. I read they're going to have like 150 craft beer samples, plus wine and spirits and cocktails, and some NA stuff, too.
And for folks who are participating in Dry January, we've got some tips coming for you soon and mocktail options that you can enjoy this month and all year long.
So before we take off, we have one more big holiday to look forward to. I know we've had a bunch in a row. On Monday, January 15th, the country will mark Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There are so many ways to celebrate the day here in Pittsburgh. Sophia, what are a few that are on your radar?
Yeah, there are a lot of local groups doing different events. One thing that kicks off in the morning of MLK Day is the Hazelwood MLK Brunch and Celebration. So that's with Hazelwood Initiative and Hazelwood Local. Festival. This is from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Spartan Community Center of Hazelwood. There's a lot going on here. Art, a book fair, music, a film screening, a keynote speech. That's going to be given by Reverend Cornell Jones. He's involved with the Gainey admin as a group violence intervention coordinator. And obviously it's a brunch, so there'll be food. So this event is free, but requires an RSVP just because there's limited space.
And a couple that day at Kelly Strayhorn Theater. One is called Justice in Action. It's from noon to 3 p.m. It's family friendly, lots of activities and performances. And then that night, they're doing a program called Let Freedom Sing. It's their 17th annual concert. They're doing it in person, or you can live stream it. The way they said it is pay what moves you. And people are encouraged to bring items to donate to the East End Co-op Ministry Food Pantry. So always a good cause.
And later that week, you can check out the Hooks and Phonics Festival. That's going to be at the August Wilson Center and runs from January 19th to the 21st. And this is a celebration of hip hop culture and spoken word poetry. So events all 3 days.
Yep. And just to throw it out there, too, this isn't specific to Martin Luther King Day, but the Heinz History Center's African American program is truly fantastic. It's curated by the director, Samuel Black, and they are always looking for new items for their collection, like stuff that speaks to the preservation, dissemination, and interpretation of African Americans and African American life in Western Pennsylvania. So definitely check out their catalog and their collections when you can, and consider if someone in your family has something that might be interesting for others to see.
Yeah, this sounds really cool. I'm clicking around on the website now, and it also sounds like oral histories are accessible. And, you know, we're doing audio right now. I have a background in some oral history, so that's something that I am looking forward to checking out.
Yeah. So MLK Day is the only federally recognized holiday. It's still coming up this month, but y'all know we love looking for the silly ones.
Yes. First, I'm going to shout out January 21st, Squirrel Appreciation Day, which my cat Pistachio celebrates every day, or at the very least, every time she sees a squirrel. Well, maybe less appreciation and more I want to chase this little guy, but it is what it is.
Pistachio does their part. And then the one I picked is Saturday, January 27th. It is National Seed Swap Day, which the Allegheny Land Trust is marking with a seed swap and demonstration. It's on that day. It's a little further out in Canonsburg at the public library from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Importantly, you do not need to bring your own seeds to participate. You can just come and take them home.
That is super exciting.
Happy January, Yins, and thank you, Sophia.
Yeah, happy January, Veganuary. I said it right. I didn't need to practice that one.
That's all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. If you're liking the show, please tell someone, rate us, leave us a nice review on Apple Podcasts, and of course, make sure you're subscribed to our Hey Pittsburgh newsletter. We will be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Talk to you soon.
They have a specific restaurant week deal for pasta bolognese. Oh, God, I can't say that.
If I can get through Veganuary, then you can get through bolognese.
Pasta bolognese? Bolognese? How?
Is it bolognese?
Pasta bolognese? Bolognese? Okay, bolognese. Got it.